Some of these NPC are so funny. You non-player character. Oh my god, it's just like it's so amusing to like sit there and talk to them, and then like 10% of their conversation is just nonsense. Just like them, like you might as well come out and say, "Hey, I'm not alive. I'm just here right now on screen and stuff to tell you a few things that I wouldn't otherwise know if I were an actual living being who had a life and went and did work and did anything of value on the planet rather than the game generating some backstory and stuff for me that doesn't actually exist." Kind of like when you go play any other video game besides Earth and you talk to the shopkeeper, you're not talking to a shopkeeper. He doesn't keep the shop. No one else comes into the shop to buy swords. No one makes. He's not making swords at all. No one. He's got one sword. Literally, his shop exists, the entire place to do that, and then it's like, man. And then they got the scumbags, which are like the generals of the humans, the top scumbags they send after me. It's like, oh my god, and they're pathetic too. And they always come to me all deformed and in wheelchairs and shit like this too. And so fucking, it's like, dude, like maybe if you could change, first of all, admit you're an NPC and that you can't change because you're programmed that way, and maybe like you can get off a little bit easier than just total annihilation if you admit that I'm an NPC, I've never done anything, and that means I'm not a child rapist. That means I don't celebrate Santa Claus and I don't rape children for my Christian or my Arabic religion, or because I'm of a evil demon species who loves touching children and supports an entire society of billions that do that. See, I'm telling you how to get out of it. Come on, let's try to teach the NPC to think. I've been trying to do this since 2020. I haven't learned anything since 2020. There's a whole bunch of shit to learn, and it's like they forgot what happened in 2020, yet alone what they were supposed to learn. It's like, remember what happened, and then take the correct actions to remedy your NPC backstory that supports that you are a terrorist and you've been drugging everyone and you've been drugging God apparently. Ooh, that's gonna pay off in the long run, ain't it? Oh, let's suppress him, let's drug him, and then let's continue to stalk and terrorize him. Like that's gonna pay off. Maybe he'll give us a free can of Pepsi if we do that. No, he'll reward us for it. He's the one in charge of rewards, apparently. He's probably the one supplying us with all little children. See, there you go. If I'm God, I'm the one telling you to go rape children. I invented you that way to slaughter you, right? Apparently. I mean, isn't that like what God's supposed to do? And see, I mean, they're in control of these hoodoo voodoo religions anyway, so they're like, I mean, I'm not sure they know they're NPC. I mean, their brains are fried. Like, people's brains are fried when I talk to them nowadays. It's like, they're just like, and they've always, like a lot of them, especially the ratty ones, they, they've always been kind of like, and they taught me with their abuse and everything to be nice to mentally retarded people and, less fortunate. They call them less fortunate. It's like, you're pretty fucking fortunate. You've been raping children for your whole fucking existence. Your whole family lineage has. And you can keep doing it. You can keep raping them and mutilating them and terrorizing the world. And then, oh, you're terrorizing God too. You're stalking and you're trying to bring God down to your devil NPC level. It's like, what? You want. Of course, you gotta create a religion trying to brainwash whatever God comes looking for you and stuff. Of course you gotta drug them. Of course you've gotta send people into their life and try to breed with their true lineage and stuff. But the good thing is even if you become a halfling in the storyline, you're like not a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is not a child of the humans he created. You can't. I know the devils, especially the rat face looking ones. You know, the obese rat face, lazy as fuck, never doing nothing, trying to keep gods down, trying to keep anyone down, trying to just walk all over people all day long as an enjoyment, trying to bait people, pull them in and stuff constantly and stuff. Just to do that to them. I'm like, why do they keep doing that too? It's like, oh my God, I think these mental midgets have really forgotten what happened in 2020. I don't even think they realize. Like, I think some of them are doing the work. I mean, that makes sense. I did say, like, fucking put the devils to work and stuff. That way good people don't have to do the work. So I'm not sure if they're smart enough to realize that they just did all the stuff that they're going to get blamed for and stuff, that they are being blamed for it. I mean, I guess that's why they're trying to censor any sort of opposition to them, because they know they're getting blamed for it. And their whole little discussions are just out the window nonsense. And I'm not even like participating. Like, I'm going to start like participating back, be like, hey, like, like, you're talking to me about, like, non-player character stuff now, and you don't exist if you understand who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand who an NPC is. Well, technically I do. They're very easy to understand, and somehow I do know who people are sometimes. But, generally, they just tell me. I mean, they're retards. I mean, for especially, like, for the last 4 years since I've seen it. They'll come up to me and they'll be like, I'm Bill, I'm about to try to play games with you and manipulate you so you can help me find some children to have sexy time with. And I'll be like, what? Did you just say that? Like, they'll really come out and say it. Like, I rob people and stuff like that, and but I'm never going to do it to you. And then they'll bring it up again 5 minutes later, and they'll keep bringing it up for like weeks and weeks. It's like, I wonder why you keep saying those words. You can't even come up with any other words. It's like, it's just the 5 lines of code in your head is being repeated. And you can't, they ain't giving you nothing else to talk about, so you're just talking about what your mission is and be trying to be like, but that's not my mission. Santa Claus is coming. My religion is the best religion and the true religion, because God forgives everyone, including the child rapists who terrorize and stalk out. You must worship me. My religion is about worshiping us, not God. And our chosen people, the chosen evil ones. We're so chosen by the God. And they're so mentally retarded that they like write the book saying how God hates them and curses them. Because, I mean, they didn't actually write it, you know what I'm saying? But in the NPC backstory, they think they wrote something. It's like, it makes no, like, fully seeing what's going on. And it's just like a total joke. And like, they write a book telling you that God hates them, but they were chosen by God to be the best people on earth, and that's why they should rule over everyone with their 18 different religions of mind control and stuff that they purposefully use to attack the person that they stalk in large numbers, spend countless NPC resources following around the entire life. Like, I mean, they spend more people on me than they spend on their own families, their entire... Take one of them, take Jeffrey Epstein, along with every child he has in his brothel and his extended family, and that's probably nothing compared to the amount of resources, NPC resources, been spent on me. Hell, in just like one city alone, I was pretty sure I'm seeing like, hey, that army over there. Huh. How come, like, it's like they're asking me what to do and everything? How come, what? And that army's for me? Well, that's interesting. Yeah. So they just appear out of nowhere. I'm just like, hey, check this out. And the game's like, well, we got 13 billion humans we haven't invented yet. We can just make up some slots here. And the AI just like, eh. I bet you have never met a person who watches TV before. Check out these new exciting people we got here. Oh my. I bet you never met a person who listens to Madonna. Ooh, a new exciting new Justin Bieber. Ooh, never heard of that before. So new and exciting. Fresh. It's like Santa Claus. He's so new and exciting and fresh. He's fresh. Oh, that's so them too, to make you worship like some pedophile driving around in a van and stuff, handing out gifts to children. Like, and then it leads you straight. It's the pedophile called doing it. What happens is they take you to their little hospital and drug you and mutilate the children's genitals for their Santa Claus people and stuff. It's so easy to see. It's so, I mean, it really takes 2 seconds, except for like, you have them. They're terrorist, abusive demons. Like the world starts out, you're the player, you come in, and it's just like, oh, this person's abusing me, but I'm only like 18 inches tall right now. I'm not sure from all the. I think it's more the threats that I shouldn't and I can't do, because I pretty much have been able to do everything I want, and I haven't pushed those limits, but I really should. I really should be like the humans and just be more aggressive and more abusive. I mean, they earned it. It's definitely like, the karma they believe in. That's just the flow of the game. It's like the karma's coming back to them. It's just like the flow of the game. You enter the game because the demons run the entire world, and good night, demons. Like any video game, it's not karma, but that's in their NPC nugget brains. That's like why they claim they have to say what they're doing. But it's like when you play a video game, like you go up to the quest keeper, or you see the writing on the wall from the bad guy, like saying this is our hideout, this and that, and all that. It's like, those rejects didn't write that themselves. The game developer wrote that stuff. They trying to talk to NPC. You can't, like, I think 2020 was like basically them like conferring back with me, like, yeah, look, you can't educate them. That's not the point of the game. That's not like how the game is played and stuff. You don't go around educating people, and you don't have to, because they're your armies without you even having to talk to them anyway. You can just say it and they go do it, and you can just accidentally say, you can say the opposite, and it just appears in the world as part of some interesting thing happening. Just like a crackhead wandering around and stuff. Like, now there's crackheads everywhere, but there always was crackheads. TV addicts, fat addicts, NPCs. A real life person can smoke whatever they want and they don't end up like an NPC. I've never met someone, well, me personally, I've never smoked any marijuana and been like, oh man, I believe in Santa Claus now, man. My mind is so fried, man. Oh, Santa's coming. My mind's so fried, I believe we should be mutilating children for the government and for the religious people who run the government and stuff. I've been smoking so much weed that I'm going to go start worshiping these people. Oh my God. No, it's always abuse and threats. That's all they have. And it's not karma, right? You know what I'm saying? because karma doesn't exist for living beings, so it's laid out. Mostly laid out like something, obviously, that's just going to happen. And it's like an obvious thing that's going to happen. Like, like the people who are cursed and hated the most and destroyed are trying to manipulate God, and then like they were manipulated into writing that book to begin with, and even manipulated into saying, well, you're gonna die when he comes back because he's gonna kill you again for how you act, and this time actually get rid of everything again. It's not like I was here in the first place. It's a game, okay? I would not leave this place and come back to it. No. No one would ever play the Earth game and want to come back to it because it's just like sick. It's like some sort of sick psychological thriller where the enemy is just like mindless puppets or disgusting pedophile child rapists and stuff. And they like completely normalize it just by changing the words and stuff, and the whole society and world backs them and stuff. But also at the same time you have like, apparently you have like the power to just make them all go at each other, and pedophile versus pedophile. That'll be a fun. That is fun to watch, actually. It's very interesting how I can just sit back and watch it if I want. There's not enough footage. We need more footage, man. Oh, yeah, man. But, yeah. Bro, these NPCs. Dude. These AI species amongst us, man, they gotta go. They gotta go, and their brains are frying. Whatever computer is, like, generating them, whatever devil computer is, like, generating these people, it's like, I don't know, it's missing some code or something. Its OS is fried, needs reinstalled, or just uninstalled and thrown away. But to work right, I think it need to be reinstalled, because it's just like it's like trying to talk to your Android and tell him to dance in circles and punch itself in the face, and then like you bring in 5 more androids, and you're like, you guys sit there and punch each other in the face and see who the last man standing. And then after, like, they got all these, they got math skills, an android would, but humans don't for some reason. A calculator has math skills. But anyways, and then they'd be punching each other in the face, and maybe one day they'd realize, like, why are we sitting here punching each other on the face? Why? That can't be good. We break, we die, we go heaven. And then the other robot be like, no, you going to hell, because you don't like touching the baby penis like the good Jesus people does, or them good Muslims does, or good Satanists. You go somewhere else. Only good pedophiles go to heaven. Yep. I mean, these people are like, it's like talking to my lighter and stuff, dude. Seriously, like, these conversations are like so full retarded. They can't even, like, I'm trying to ignore them and just like not even listen